All right, we're doing another discernment in mediumship. This is with Mikki off of TikTok. Again, these are for entertainment and educational purposes only, and I'm using the Fair Use Act, which means that I can take part of something that someone else has posted publicly and create unique content. Mikki is a reader on TikTok. And again, I'm not trying to say who's real and who isn't real, but I am trying to say what is considered a reading and what isn't considered a reading, so you can take that any way you like. So we're going to just dive in. And the very first part that she does is she says, "I guarantee you I can get your dad." No, you can't. None of us can guarantee that we can bring through the person that we want to bring through. Going direct, absolutely. Being able to guarantee, the only way you can guarantee someone something is if you're cold reading or hot reading.
You can get your dad. You have to just trust somebody.
All right, so I cut that a little close, but she says, "I guarantee I can get your dad. You just have to trust somebody." It's a little bit of gaslighting. No one needs to trust a reader on TikTok. That's wildly inaccurate.
Inbox me, okay? All right, Christine, so tell me, what can I do for you? It's just a general reading, or do you want me to see who comes through for you, or what? You tell me, sweetheart.
All right, so these are paid readings. She is getting paid for these readings. The first thing, in my opinion, as if I was going to be a mentor, right? She's not asking me to be a mentor by any stretch. And it even says property of, on her video. The thing is, we can use snippets of your property of. So I'm sure that's going to be something that she'll bring up. People who call other people, especially grown-ups. So first things first, I think she should actually be at a table in a chair or sitting up, like laying down in bed just when you're getting paid to do something for someone else feels disrespectful. And the whole calling someone sweetheart, darling, when you're a grown adult is weird. If you're talking to a 5-year-old, I get it, right? If you're talking to someone under 18, maybe. This constant sweetheart, darling, honey, it's weird.
I want you to see who comes through for me.
You put a lot of pressure on me knowing that you've never had a psychic reading before.
I'm not sure where the disconnect was between the first clip and this one, but she already said she wanted to talk to her dad. Because Christine said, I can guarantee you I can get your dad. You have to trust someone. So now we're going to see who comes through for her. That's no. And then I think she was just kidding around when she's like, "You're putting a lot of pressure on me." But I personally wouldn't even, well, I might. I do like to kid around.
I have to ask you, have you lost your mom or mother figure? I feel like there's a mother figure here for you.
No.
All right, so we start off strong with a question and a no. If you're asking questions, you are not giving a reading. That period. If you're asking questions, you are not giving an effective mediumship reading. Mediumship readings are where you give someone else information. You do not ask questions. So if you didn't want to go direct, if you just want to go spirit-led, and I'll explain those again in a minute, then you need to be the one to give her the information, not ask questions.
A grandmother? Or a great-grandmother?
Yes, my grandmother had passed away.
All right, eventually someone's going to be dead. So if you have to go, well, if it wasn't your mother, was it your grandmother? Was it your great-grandmother? Are we really going back to great-grandmother? Because there's not a lot of people here that come for mediumship readings to talk to someone that removed.
That's the type what the mother figure would be, like a grandmother? Because grandmothers are mother figures, right?
Yes.
Is this your mom's mom? I feel like it's your mom's mom?
It could be either or. They both passed.
Okay. Now, I also feel there's a male energy here. So has your dad or one of your grandfathers passed away as well?
Both.
All right, this is what I refer to as like deep ocean fishing. Not only has she made a mistake on the mom, now we've gotten into the grandma. Grandmas are mother figures too. That's an excuse in my opinion. Now we're asking questions about dad and grandpas. We are deep sea fishing to see what's going to stick. This is 100%, in my opinion, a cold reading.
Both grandfathers, but your dad's alive. Your dad's still here?
No, my dad passed away.
Okay, very good. So how about we start with your dad? Would you like to start with your dad?
Yes, please.
Again, that you guys had determined that when the reading started was that you were going to talk to her dad. So this is a little bit of maybe theatrics. I'm not really sure what's happening here because you already said you were going to talk to her dad. You said you could guarantee you could talk to her dad, no less.
Okay. I'm immediately pulled in the direction. He's making me feel like something wrong with his heart, or it could be your grandfather as well. I feel like something is wrong with his heart. He had CHF or heart disease. I'm also hearing about diabetes. If you would like to either one of those as well.
My grandfather died of diabetes.
Ah, okay. So the diabetes is for your grandfather. So who is the heart related issues, or your dad's? How about his heart? Is that him or for your grandfather?
No, not my dad. My grandparents.
All right, so I'm not going to show the whole reading. She does this through the entire thing. It is nothing but questions. Hits, misses, questions. I actually haven't Googled this, but I'll bet you $10 if I do Google it, the leading cause of death in men is probably heart disease. And she gets it wrong. He actually died in 9/11. So I'm going to give you little snippets because I think this person's going to be a problem with this video, right?
I didn't know too much about them because they lived in another part of the world.
Oh, what if like they lived in Europe, around Europe somewhere?
All right, this is a conversation. This is cold reading. This is fishing for information. Why do I feel like they lived in Europe? Because she just told you they didn't live in the country. First of all, she's fishing for information on the grandparents. She was fishing for information on dad. And now she's guessing. I mean, that was a legitimate, just a guess. Because where else are you going? Poland? What are you going to say? Iceland? Greenland? She just told you they didn't live here. So the next guess is obviously, in my opinion, going to be Europe.
They were Puerto Rico.
And then also get to know. Puerto Rico, Europe, not even close. Also, isn't Puerto Rico part of the States?
Oh, they were in Puerto Rico. Oh, that's close.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about another part of the world, like way overseas. Okay,
Europe and Puerto Rico are not close. That wasn't even a good guess. But you can see within her response, you can see how this is a conversation and a guessing game and a cold reading.
makes sense. I heard Spanish for you, so you got Spanish heritage, correct?
Yeah, I'm completely Puerto Rican, 100%.
So do you talk? You sound like you talk Spanish too, don't you?
I know enough to get by.
It's not your native language. Your first language is English, then, correct?
Yes.
But your dad knew a lot of Spanish, didn't he?
Yes.
His first language was Spanish. He was telling me.
This hurts my mediumship heart. Did he tell you that? I don't think so.
Let's see. Cancer. Is there a cancer reference with him or somebody else?
No.
All right. Another swing and a miss. So this is 100% a conversation. This is 100% what I would consider a cold reading. It isn't even a well done cold reading, in my opinion. This is very much fishing, deep sea fishing for information. She goes on. I'll play a few more parts.
His death was very is very very different.
What he had wrong with him was different, you mean? Like what was wrong?
No, it was the way he passed. It wasn't from like a sickness or nothing like that.
Okay. Now I just heard accident. Does that relate to your dad? Some kind of accidental passing?
Yes.
All right, so this is a good moment to tell sitters she just gave too much information, didn't she? She just basically told the person saying that she's giving a reading that you're not going to get there by saying he had a sickness. She's already tried diabetes. She's already tried cancer. There was one other in there and they kept being no's. And now the sitter feels compelled to help the reader. So if and when you are a sitter, that's a big no-no. You do not need to give. You should be saying yes, no, I don't know. Are there more conversational readings? Absolutely. But it's usually after someone has kind of proven through at least a few evidential hits that they're talking to the person they say they're talking to. This person hasn't had a hit yet. Like none of these are hits.
This was like a freak. Was it like a freak? I heard freak. Like a freak accident, possibly?
Yeah, it was a terrorist attack.
Oh my God. No wonder why I'm seeing so many. Oh God.
The sitter just gave her everything. The dad died in 9/11. The sitter literally handed it to her on a platter, and then she becomes very performative about what she's seeing. No.
He would have told me that, but that's okay because I was starting to see a bunch. I'm hearing a bunch of noise. I was hearing a bunch of noise. That's what he said. It was definitely a freak accident.
All right, you got to be fast there. Did you see her just gaslight the sitter? He would have told me that. If he would have told you that, he should have told you that already. You should have already gotten that piece of information. So you just gaslit your sitter, and she just handed it to you on a silver platter, and then you make her feel bad saying he would have told me that. Then you should have already gotten it. We've been at this a little while already. And then she tries again with the freak accident. The sitter just told you it was a terrorist attack. How many terrorist attacks have we had in the United States?
I don't know if he would. What? I don't know if I'm thinking about this because I'm thinking about Gaza. I don't know if he happened to be there, but I'm thinking this is something like Gaza. Like, just hold on a minute. I'm getting so many images. Give me a second. Hold on a second.
As a medium, just as a person, this hurts. This hurts my heart. We went from terrorist attack to Gaza. He's from Puerto Rico. This woman has been very clear that he lives here now, but that he grew up somewhere else, right? Even as a cold reader, you aren't even picking up on what the sitter's laying down. Gaza?
I'm getting a lot of downloads. Hold a second. Like, he wasn't the only one that died.
No.
Terrorist attack. And you think he wasn't the only one that died? Good guess. I'm trying not to be facetious. I'm trying to be very serious about this, but it hurts my heart that people are giving other people money for this. This is
Wasn't.
There was quite a few people that passed that day, yeah?
Yes.
Like, a lot.
Yes.
Explosions? Was there explosions?
Yes.
Oh my god. But this wasn't here in America.
No, yes, it was. It was.
It was in America?
Yeah.
this is a conversation. This is a conversation. You guys don't even need me at this point, right? You can see this is a conversation. These are questions and then answers. And she still hasn't put it together that this was 9/11. She does eventually after the sitter gives her that as well. And then, and I don't want to play this part because it's just unnecessary. She says, oh, I feel blown to bits. Well, she literally just said it was a terrorist attack. Yeah, somebody's going to be blown to bits, but that is not something as a reader that you need to tell a sitter. I was watching one time on TikTok, and it was someone who had been taken out with a pew-pew, right? I'm not sure what I can do on YouTube and what I can't. And the person said, oh my gosh, I just felt warm blood all over my face. That was a reader that said that to a sitter. No, you never need to explain to someone who loved the person that you're bringing through what it felt like, what it looked like, maybe what it felt like, especially if they went fast, right? But describing the blood or the warmth of the blood, egregious. Don't do that.
But
Okay.
the people who did it were not from here, though.
Okay, so it was foreigners that did it, but it happened here. Really? Oh, that's interesting.
All right, it's almost like a train wreck and I can't look away. So she's finally catching on that it happened here. And then she does that, oh, that's interesting, like information is coming through. This is one of the worst examples of a reading that I have ever seen. And that's saying quite a bit. One of. Maybe not the worst, but it's definitely in the top 5. I personally, in my opinion, would never pay money for this. In my opinion, this is not an effective reading. It's not even an effective conversation because she basically let you know it was 9/11 as soon as she said terrorist attack. This has to be top 10 of the worst examples of a want to be reading that I've ever seen. It's painful. And she posted this on her TikTok as being proud of it. So, to that reader, if you ever see this, you need to go back to foundational mediumship. I don't know who taught you. I don't know where you claim to have become a medium or who you claim to have been mentored by. This was not a mediumship reading. This was a conversation. This was cold reading. This was deep sea fishing. This was almost everything except for an actual evidential mediumship reading. Again, please read my disclaimer. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Discernment and mediumship, what makes a good reading and what doesn't make a good reading. If you are new here, there is a playlist. There are people that do an excellent job. You might go check out Mindful Mandy if this is your first video. You could also check out Michael Mayo, and you'll notice that those videos also don't have any comments on them. And one of the reasons they don't have any comments on them is because they're doing a good job, right? People only want to complain when I point out what's not a mediumship reading. They never want to really complain when I point out what a good mediumship reading is, but that's a different rant.
Gosh. Wait a minute. Was this up north?
No, this was no, it happened in New York.
New York. Okay.
Sorry. I had to get that last little part in. She still doesn't know. Come on. Come on.